Welcome back to Tay Radio Marin. I'm your host, Annalie Reyes, and today is going to be a special show since we have all hosts here. Why don't we first introduce ourselves with you?
Hello, I am your co-host, Santi Hernandez.
I'm your co-host, Kimberly Escobar.
And I'm your host, Javier Vicuna.
Okay. As you can see, we're in a funny, goofy mood, but today's show is going to be fun, and hopefully you guys enjoy it as well, since we're going to enjoy it as well, too. And we're going to start with friendly Thanksgiving trivia, and then we can start continuing more random conversations. So we don't really have a rundown, so that's something really cool about today's show, since usually we do plan out our shows, but we hope you guys really enjoy it this week. To start up, we have a question, and then we're going to go from Santi to Kimberly and then Javier, if that works for you guys.
Sure.
And we're going to do Thanksgiving trivia questions. So I'm going to just ask them questions, and then they can guess the answer, and then I'll give the answer. Since I already know the answer, I can't participate. But
It's a secret.
yes. So the first question is, what did they serve at the first Thanksgiving instead of turkey?
Oh my God.
I'll give you guys 5 seconds to think about
All of
this.
us.
Ham. I'm gonna guess
Chicken.
ham.
Rabbit.
Wait, let's
Rabbit?
go. Let's go.
I said chicken.
Rabbit.
Okay, let's go Santi first.
Rabbit.
Just rabbit?
Conejo, yeah.
Okay, you?
But like you're talking about like the main serving, right?
Yeah, and to be fair, this is a hint. The answer has like five words, but if you have one,
letters.
5 words. So
5 letters.
so if they serve
Wait,
five stuff, but
Oh.
but if you get one of them, I consider it
so
right.
I can say, okay, I'm going to say potatoes, rabbit.
It's okay.
Wait,
It's-
that can't be right, though.
Was stuffing even a thing at the first Thanksgiving? I don't
know.
I doubt it.
Bread.
Okay.
Bread, that's a good guess.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna say like something similar. Chicken, rice, potatoes, salad, and lamb.
Ooh, good
I feel like a
guess.
deer. Sorry.
I'm still gonna go with ham. Ham,
Oh wait,
rice, bread,
Corn.
corn, and cranberry juice.
Just like
I
corn.
don't know. I'm just saying.
We're in-
Cranberries. Or pumpkin pie probably wasn't even a thing. I don't know.
I was just thinking about, because a lot of animals were imported. So I was gonna say certain animals, but then I thought, I don't know what were native during this
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, that's really good observation, because you guys did like say stuff that we're currently eating like
Right.
for
In a way,
Thanksgiving.
But I'm sure it's changed.
But it has changed. So the answer is venison and goose, duck,
Oh,
eels, and shellfish.
What the?
And
That is-
you mentioned deer, right?
yeah, deer.
So venison can be elk or deer. So I think
No, okay. Look at that.
1 point. Someone has to keep track. But
I got it. I got 1 point.
she got 1 point.
oh what? That is so different than now.
Because this was like when they were coming here.
Wait, when was the first Thanksgiving?
I don't know. I would have to look that up. But it was a long time ago.
Okay.
But okay, next question.
Sure.
How did the turkey get its name?
How did the turkey get
Bruh,
its name?
someone made it up. Someone just started saying words.
The turkey. So was it because they came from
Turkey.
Turkey, like the country Turkey?
What was first, the turkey or the
So it got named after the country or something? I don't know.
what was first?
Probably one of the most ignorant things I've ever said, but yeah.
How did turkey? Okay. So this is the real answer. Did you want us to give a try?
Wait, I want to give it a try.
Okay, go ahead.
Why
I'm
was it named
thinking-
turkey?
I'm thinking maybe. Well, I don't know if turkey was native here, but maybe the Native
got
Americans
imported.
had a name.
Maybe.
Yeah, because I'm kind of trying to connect the dots that they were like they were being invaded here, so a lot of things got mixed up. So maybe something along the lines there. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe someone just said it.
Someone just invented it.
Someone just said turkey.
Okay.
I think they were turning a key, and they were like, oh, like
Turkey.
turkey.
Oh,
Okay.
You're turning it. Oh,
Yeah, you're turning the key.
Okay. Well, the answer is European settlers named it after the similar looking guinea fowl or turkey hen from the country of Turkey.
Oh,
Oh, you were right. Okay, you were
Yeah.
Pretty spot
right.
on.
So
Turkey.
turkeys are native here.
Uh,
I'm gonna say yes. Go to Google to check to make sure.
wait, but it says from the country of Turkey.
They're named after the country.
They're
didn't you
named
just say that
after.
They were named after. Yes, exactly.
But I don't know if they're
Influenced
native.
In-
That's a
by.
Google
Oh.
it, guys. Google it.
I did Google when Thanksgiving started, and it says October 1621.
oh, that's
2021. Wow, that was a year.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. But I think we should make a disclaimer that, like, for some people, Thanksgiving is like,
I was gonna mention.
Obviously,
Yeah? You wanna
on
mention
Sunday-
it?
Yeah,
you
no.
go ahead.
Well, Thanksgiving is a holiday celebrated here in the U.S. and it has kind of expanded to other countries. However, the origin of Thanksgiving isn't the best thing that has happened in our history. As we know, that there were so many Native Americans who lived here before us, and unfortunately, they were
Slaughtered.
murdered.
Yeah.
The reality of it, and a lot of people for Thanksgiving, especially Native American communities, they don't celebrate Thanksgiving the way we would. A lot of them honor and have ceremonies for their relatives and ancestors, which is very understandable. Again, this is part of our history, so it's always important to put that on the table, to know that. And I always say this because I really believe in that we are lucky to be in this country and compared to other countries, and we have so many opportunities today, but those have had sacrifices from a lot of people all around. So just putting that out there, that we know that it is a hard time for a lot of people.
And what's cool is that at Alcatraz, on Thanksgiving they do a whole land acknowledgement. I don't know if you guys seen that.
Yeah, they do that every year.
Every year.
And so if you want to find out more, we can definitely put those on the description of the video later. That certain events are happening around for Native American land recognition, especially here in the Bay Area. We're very rich in Native communities, which is amazing, and it's always important to acknowledge that.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for giving that disclaimer, because that's something that we want to do before, like, enjoying some of our time here and talking about Thanksgiving, because I like the idea of, like, celebrating and giving thanks to people, just being grateful for your family and friends. But there's also, like, a dark side to it that I just wanted our viewers to know. But yeah, so let's move on to another trivia question.
Okay.
And the question is, who pardoned the first turkey?
bruh.
What's that?
You might not know what pardon is. Let's
Cutting
see.
it.
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
pardon.
I
That's
was
what I was
thinking,
thinking.
yeah.
I don't know.
I have zero
Zero.
They pardoned the turkey.
who a person. Pardon.
I'm gonna go with some generic pilgrim name. Actually, I don't even know.
I was gonna say, how do you know what it's? What would it be?
Wait, pardon isn't killing. It's something related with the presidents. So pardon is a government decision.
Wait.
You got it?
They just did it. They just did it.
Yeah.
Where they take the turkey, something like
I think
that.
it's pardoned.
President Biden just did that one. Who did the first one?
Yeah, who did the first one?
Not George Washington.
I was gonna say George Washington.
Kennedy.
Okay, are you guys good with your answers?
Roosevelt,
I was
president.
thinking Roosevelt or JFK.
I'm gonna say Roosevelt. I don't know who that is.
But this is the 1600s, isn't it?
Yes.
yeah,
Oh,
but Thanksgiving
back
has
up.
Yeah.
been for a while though.
No, but this
No. The
1600s.
part. I'm so sorry. I'm really bad at history.
Well, presidency
I'm not good with the
started.
dates.
Okay, I'm gonna
which
stop
one?
saying things.
Okay.
that sound
When did
really
pres-
dumb.
Let's go a quick round. What's your final
I
answer?
don't know.
One of the Kennedys. I'm gonna take his answer.
Okay.
I don't know, George Washington.
George Washington?
That was wrong, but
I'm gonna go with John F. Kennedy or not Nixon, freaking Roosevelt.
I
Or
said Roosevelt.
Roosevelt.
Okay.
Roosevelt or What was the other one? Thomas Kennedy.
Wait,
Thomas
you just
Kennedy.
need one
Thomas
answer.
Kennedy. There we go.
Thomas
Okay.
Kennedy is his final.
So the unofficial answer is Abraham Lincoln.
Bro.
The official answer is George H. Washington Bush.
Oh wait, I said that.
So a point for
I thought that was so wrong. I wasn't sure on the
That was
dates.
the one I first said, but it's okay. You can take my point.
I wasn't sure on the
Lincoln.
dates.
How did I not even think of him?
I know. I
Yeah.
didn't even think of
Well,
Abraham.
Yeah, but
All right.
anyone who doesn't know what pardon is, it in Google it says a pardon is a government decision to allow a person to be relieved of some or legal no, that's something else. But
I was like, a turkey is not a
something.
person.
no, that's something else. But yes, it's something related with the presidents. I saw it too on the news. I think
It's probably like some Thanksgiving tradition that the
They,
presidents
they
just
pick
do.
a turkey and it's chosen
And that's
it's
the one they're gonna cook and eat?
I don't remember if it's the one that they cook and eat or it's the one that they don't cook and eat. I don't remember,
Oh.
but it's
Oh.
but they'll have like this thingy and the president will talk and you'll see the turkey. I saw
yeah,
it.
I saw
on
the turkey
TikTok.
being so big. I feel
Yeah,
like
usually it's a very beautiful.
And
so
speaking
sad.
of turkeys, there's a whole lot of. You guys see all the turkeys all around here.
Yeah, I
right?
see a lot.
They're
So
always
beautiful.
walking around.
Yeah.
That's so beautiful that here in especially in China camp that we have turkeys that are
Yeah,
just roaming
turkeys,
around
just
free.
roaming around. Yep.
They're not allowed to be hunted though, right?
No,
No.
that's what I'm saying. That's the beautiful part that they're allowed to be there. And
That's
it's
why we
part
see
of-
them all the time.
Yeah, it's part of the China camps and other places here. Their
Yeah, I
system.
see them.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay, this is another president question, and I'm sorry if you guys don't know much of your presidents.
AP US history.
What?
So I think maybe I don't know.
What? What's what?
I took AP US history, so
Oh,
I should know these things, but I don't. That's the
Okay,
point I'm trying to say.
I took it too, but I don't know much about
Exactly.
presidents. Okay, the question is, which president first proclaimed Thanksgiving as a national holiday?
Abraham Lincoln.
It's a good
Abraham
guess.
Lincoln.
You?
Wait, as a holiday?
Yeah, as a national holiday for the U.S.
The Kennedys.
Oh, yeah,
Any-
say Abraham Lincoln.
Okay.
Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm just thinking because
the obvious.
no, because the reason why I'm like looking at you is because I'm thinking like there's so many of these presidents have
know.
like you just remember like their biggest things or know the things that they've done, but small things like them appointing a holiday, it doesn't come to my head. Like it's just I'm like that's why I'm looking at you.
I'm just gonna go with Thomas Jefferson again.
Okay.
Or George. Or
The
George.
most
Oh,
L
George
answer
Washington.
Yeah,
ever.
or George.
Who? Okay, what's your final answer? Because I need.
We just said it.
Yeah, we just go.
This
Okay.
Abraham.
Okay.
They're both
Well.
answering Abraham.
well-
I'm saying Thomas Jefferson.
Okay. Well, sadly, you guys did mention the name, but you
George
guys
Washington.
it wasn't your final answer. So
my
it was
final
George
answer.
Washington.
Well, that makes sense. It's a turkey. Okay.
Yeah. So none of you guys got it, but I heard you guys. I heard you guys mention it.
Can we still get a point? We both said it.
Moving on. The next question is. Oh, this is another president question.
No, we're done with the president.
Wait, I think you guys can get this one.
Okay.
Okay.
Better be George Washington.
It's not. That's a hint.
Okay.
Okay. So, which president first set Thanksgiving as the fourth Thursday in November?
What?
No, but this is kind of good because then you guys don't know and I don't know. Probably.
Yeah.
Fourth.
good to
I mean, Abraham Lincoln.
The Kennedy family.
Oh man.
All right.
Sorry.
I'm gonna go with George Washington.
Okay.
Oh, it's not George. Did you say George Washington?
She gave it. She's like a hint is that it's not George Washington.
Oh, okay.
But just go. What's the answer?
I'm going with Thomas Jefferson then. There we go. Thomas Jefferson will get me
Shaking
there.
up.
I know he will.
Okay. So, none of you guys got it right.
Oh.
It's Franklin D. Roosevelt.
I'm
Oh,
wrong. We mentioned them earlier.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You guys
okay.
can make it.
Okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
How'd you think we were gonna make it?
Because
Okay.
we mentioned him before. That's why.
That was only one.
What's our last question? Or
Well, there's more. There's more. Okay. The next one is I'll give you guys a hint so it can be kind of easier. But the question is, how many turkeys do Americans eat every Thanksgiving? And this answer is really sad, at least for me, because I'm vegetarian. So it's in the millions. So
Oh wow.
and it's double digits. So let's see. Whoever gets the closest number gets the point.
What do you mean?
80
double-
million.
It's double digit,
So like 88, 77.
80 million.
and it's in the millions.
Oh,
80
okay,
million.
okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with
Like whoever's
88.
closest.
I'm gonna go with 88. I'm gonna go with 88 million.
88, 80.
33 million. 30 the US, right? 33.
Okay, Sandy, you got the point.
How much is
It's 46 million.
I was gonna say 55, but it's okay. I said that.
46,000.
I just thought of like 1 million Hispanics in California. So it's my map in my head.
No, I'm sure it's a little bit higher. Because like the population has gone up.
Yeah, I was just counting based on
but
stats.
So,
statistics they have.
it's a rough
bigger than that.
estimate
Yeah.
of it. Okay, next question is, do male or female turkeys gobble? So which one, female or male?
Male gobbles.
male?
I'll go with female because they answered.
Pretty sure it's female now.
They both answered male. I take the
Okay.
L. I take the L.
So you took the L and 2 points. I mean, 1 point for you, 1 point for you.
Oh,
It's
I
the
thought
male.
you were saying we took that. I was like, wait, what?
No, but
yeah, I
yeah.
took the L.
So you
I have a
guys have
feeling.
2 points each, right?
I have 2 points.
Two, two.
Okay.
I thought you had 3.
Okay,
Okay,
so
3. If you're gonna give me another one.
Okay, I don't know. Never mind. I take that back.
okay, so there's 3 more questions. And the next one is, which state raises the most turkey for Thanksgiving?
Oh,
Raises?
Raises
Yeah.
as
What do you
in,
mean?
Like,
like
To be,
breeds.
I think
most
to
turkey?
slaughter. Just like,
to sell.
yeah.
So,
Like farms.
what
turkeys, I guess?
state?
California.
Okay.
Her face. She was like, how's California even? I wasn't even gonna guess California. I'd say somewhere in the south, but I don't know.
I'm thinking too.
I'm thinking somewhere in the south, Kansas. I'm not. No,
I need to work on my poker face, you guys.
I know.
I'm gonna go with
I don't think California.
Mississippi.
Wait, can I do Missouri? I don't know. Just
Huh?
do not go with California. Go
Which one? Mississippi?
Missouri.
I
Yep.
said
Oh, what are the Dakotas?
Dakota. Oh yeah, maybe either South or North Dakota. I'm gonna just say. Wait, you said no Kansas.
I didn't say that.
Go with Kansas.
Stick with what
okay.
you said.
Okay, Kansas.
Kansas.
And then,
Mississippi.
okay, I don't know which one is closer, but it's Minnesota.
Minnesota.
So that's.
Soda.
There's Missouri.
I think it's close to Missouri, right? Minnesota.
I'm just gonna bring up a
No,
map. I'll search it in a bit.
All right.
I'll go to the next question.
Is
I'll
Missouri the
confirm it.
boot? Like the state that looks like a boot?
What?
Like there's a state that looks
There
like a
is
boot.
one. I don't
But that's in Europe.
Okay, move on to the next question. Move on to the next question.
Okay, the next question.
Okay, so Minnesota is right next to North and South Dakota,
I was close with the Dakotas.
and just under it, you said Kansas.
I said Kansas.
Missouri is closer.
Missouri.
Okay.
So Santi won.
So she gets
Yeah,
3
she
points.
I
Okay.
said Europe.
It is true. I think.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Move on.
Okay. So the next question is, how big was the world's largest pumpkin pie?
Ooh.
How
Ooh.
big?
Is that in the World Guinness record?
I think so.
How big? I don't know.
Is
What
it,
do you
is
mean
it in
big?
inches or feet?
It's
or?
in. Okay, you guys can either say pounds or the feet in diameter.
That's
500 pounds. No, that's too much.
100 pounds.
No, I said 500.
500
I
pounds.
think it's too much. How much does a car weigh?
Like 5,000.
Depends.
5,000 pounds. I'm pretty sure like an average car weighs a 5,000.
Man, depends. Like
I'm gonna say 300 pounds. The biggest pie, pumpkin pie,
Yeah.
500. Next.
I'm gonna say. Sorry. Why? I don't know why I was making that noise. 300.
300.
300 pounds?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with 600 pounds.
Oh man, you okay?
Okay. We have a winner. I'm kidding. No. The closest was Javier.
Oh, look at that.
It's actually 3,699 pounds.
Been close.
That's like a car. That's straight up like
that
a
was-
car.
That's a lot.
And it says 20 feet in diameter, so it's pretty big.
Okay.
Okay, last question. It gives us 3 answers. So, you guys, if you guys get one at least, you guys get a point, hopefully.
Okay.
So the question is, what other noises do turkeys make besides gobbling?
Oh God.
Hollering.
Oh, you said there's 3 answers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's 3 possible answers.
Yes.
Oh.
What other noises do turkeys make besides gobbling?
Like a chicken-like noise, like a you know?
Is that a gobble?
No, that's like a squawk.
Gobble is the one where they, do the thing.
I'd say they make like a squawk noise. I don't know. That's how I would describe it. Is there like specific words for them?
Yeah.
For the noises? Are the answers like
Is it noises or
the way the noise would be described?
Yeah.
so it's like
So like, yeah.
So what?
I do like a shaking. I don't know how to like.
Okay, should I
have
say the
rattlesnakes?
first letter of each one?
No, just go with the answer.
I don't even
Let's
know.
go squawk. Sure.
I
Okay.
said a shake noise.
Like a chicken noise.
When they take out the feather.
I think squawking more like a bird, like when a pigeon outside it goes "Rah," or something like that. I don't know.
This one more like a
something
cat.
like a
Squawking,
chicken.
But go ahead.
Okay, so the answer is purring, cackling,
What's cackling?
Oh, cackling.
I don't know, yelping,
Yelping.
Like Yelp?
yelping,
Gotta leave them a bad Yelp review.
cackling. I think cackling is like what ducks do.
Wait, what was the first one again?
It's
Purring.
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 Well, I thought
Purring.
because
I didn't know
when
they
take
purred.
out they take out their
Oh, they fluff up their feathers.
yeah. That's what I was thinking of the noise it would make, like a little
They purr when they do
like
that.
a shaking sound. Well, they wouldn't consider it purring, but it's like a weird sound.
Yeah. So the winner is Santi. Yay!
Good
I
job,
won.
Santi. Good
Yeah.
job.
Wow, no one's clapping for her.
Oh,
Wow. Okay. But yeah, that's the winner for family friendly Thanksgiving trivia.
That was kind
That was hard.
Yeah.
That was
That was
hard.
not friendly.
That
was-
that was not friendly.
I don't know this history.
Thomas
Yeah.
Jefferson let me down throughout that whole entire game.
Yeah, I feel like I wouldn't do so well too, but I had the answer, so yeah. But do you want to take a break to make some music? Not make some music, but play some music.
Yeah, well, we can play some music. So we'll be right back, and we'll be playing
Let's say Walking Stars.
Walking Stars.
All right.
Go for it.
With you by my side.
Yeah. In the whip, thinking of your smile and your perfect laugh. I know you're still alive, cause I feel presidency next to me with you by my side. I'm indestructible, more powerful. I'm gonna make you proud. Saying I don't wanna one south. Fast tracking through the Golden Gate, trying to get home a buy. I know everything's gonna be alright. Cause last week I seen you in my dream, and you said it's ain't bye. You said don't shed no more tears. I just want you to know these sparkling tears contain core memories and spark the projection from the fondest memories of my life. Each tear's a flashback. Each tear runs down my face like a half bag. I celebrate them. This path I was meant for. Pain and lessons, gifts from the heavens, no longer question. They strain my bond, my sons, so we don't commit the same mistakes in the strange cold game. To transform darks to light, we meant for. To help others spark they shine, I was made for. I am king, gradual unconditional love is what evolved my wings. This is how I flew out of eternal purgatory. Changing my patterns to aviate to fly patterns. Move through the cosmos like the Green Lantern. rising. With you by my side, I'm afraid to fly. With you by my side, I feel the urgency to truly live life. With you by my side, I understand we don't ever really die. We walk in stars destined to rise. We rise.
And we're back.
We're back. But hopefully you guys did enjoy the first part of our show. And it was kind of hard. So kudos to you guys. Good job. You guys ended strong, I believe.
Thanks.
Oh my God, you're right. I like hardly got him right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But moving on, we can talk more about chill topics. I don't know. One of my questions before we started the show was like about social media and how it affects the relationships. So my question to start off this conversation is, do you think social media affects your relationship? How and why?
Are we talking like friendship or romantic
Friendships.
relationships?
It can be both.
It could be
Yeah.
whatever. Okay.
Yeah. Anyone wants to
Sorry. I mean, I don't know. We were kind of talking about this before. Like, it was like, I feel like it's really different when the cameras are on.
Oh, like
I think
our conversations?
Yeah, our
I mean,
conversations
I'll be
are a little
honest.
different.
I'll just block whoever. Like, if I had a friend that I don't catch up with anymore, or they've changed like the way that they kind of
You would block them?
block them. Yeah.
Wait,
Um,
block. Damn.
Well, it's because there's just I don't see the reason. I don't see myself.
You mean just like unfollowing them?
Yeah, I'm following them. I just don't see myself following more about their life. Like, I just don't care. You know.
Oh, okay.
Like, it comes to a point in
But
a
not-
relationship where like you lose connection of someone, and then if you see like that person is like, for example, like I found out some of these people that I knew in college who were like my friends, quote unquote, more like colleagues.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of them turned out to be a bunch of Trump supporters, or turned out to go be super conservative and super racist. And that to me was like, all right, I don't want to see all this BS on my stories, and I don't want to see what they're doing, wearing all this like very racist and ignorant stuff that they promote on their social media. So I'm just like, I'm just gonna unfollow, and that's it. You know. Simple as that. So that's how I like dealing with social media relationships. Is I just unfollow just to stop seeing, and yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of cool. I mean, like for me personally, like I'm a teenager, and it's weird. Like if you were to like unfollow people, like
They will notice.
yeah, they'll notice, and it's more like they're gonna be like, oh, they don't like me, or like, you know, like they're gonna like feel like, oh, you hate them just because you unfollow them. Like I literally would want to unfollow like a lot of people because I don't want to see their things, or like it doesn't interest me.
Yeah, that's
But
how
then
I am.
I feel like they're gonna definitely think like, oh, I don't like them, but it's just that I just don't like what they post. Like it's not that I don't like them, I just don't like what they post. But then it's hard because our generation's so sensitive.
Yeah. They are so sensitive.
Do you want to add to anything? Sorry.
No, it's fine. I took your question as you asked if social media affects your relationships.
Yeah.
And I thought of, well, two different things. I wasn't necessarily thinking about my relationships on social media, more outside. Was that your question? Because in I've noticed in friendships that there's two different types of friendships. There's the friendships that they're 100% who they are with you, the way they're posting on social media. But there are friends that you're hanging out, but when they pull out the phone and start recording, it's very different. Do you guys understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that does affect a relationship, because then I don't want to hang out with you because when you pull out your phone, you're not being who you really are. In my perspective, that can ruin a relationship. And the same thing with romantic relationship. I've noticed that a lot of people, and this is something that I personally want to not do, is post my relationship with a certain significant other, because I've noticed on social media where you start posting about you dating someone. Oh my God, you're the love of my life, which is totally fine. But here's the catch. When
If it doesn't work,
when you break up, you start taking out the stories, and it's like a whole. And I feel like in my personal case, it's very personal. So for me, it's like I don't want to put someone else on social media, and that does affect your relationship to my point of view, because you're playing to be or you're trying to be. I want to say trying. You're being someone online, being all happy and loving, but outside, sometimes it's not always like that.
Absolutely.
And so that would be the other thing. Now on social media, like, is it help relationship wise on social media? I use my social media for work and for usually for promoting and doing things that I can do. I always think about this way. Social media is a tool, and the way you use that depends, right? So if you use it as a tool, you can be very effective and inspiring to other people. But if you use it against you, if you're constantly just scrolling and watching other people's lives, then it becomes really not good. So for me, I don't really have relationships on social media. If you want to be that's why my circle is so small, is because if you want to be my friend, we're texting, we're calling, but I'm not doing DMs. It's hard for me. I don't like it. So that's my taste, but I do agree with something that Javier said, the fact that if there's something, like, I look at my values and my principles, and if I see that someone that I follow isn't adding on to it, but rather taking away, I would unfollow. I wouldn't block, but unfollow. But there are cases where you need to block. There are a lot of people that DM you about very inappropriate things. Especially, I don't know, I think guys too, but for me, I get like very inappropriate DMs or
guys
Snapchat.
in general are definitely way more disgusting when it comes to DMs.
So that's when I would
I have to
unblock
agree.
or report. But it definitely becomes social media, you have to be very careful with it.
And I had to unfollow friends because of that, because these guys who I thought were like, their morals were just not there, because then a lot of them got called out for DMing people. And then it turns into like this thing where it's like, oh, well, you're following them, so does that mean that you like follow their values and stuff like that? You know what I mean? So it creates kind of like a weird dynamic there.
I see.
And then also, like, just as I've grown older, is that since I've finished college, like, I agree with you, Santi. I only talk to a certain group of people now. You know, I'm not in a college or in a school setting where I know like multiple different people, and I can get like, I don't know, some school drama to be like, oh, well, why aren't you talking to that person anymore? Like, that doesn't matter to me anymore, because I'm already done with school, and I've already picked out like my set of friends that I want to interact with, and just the other people that I'm following are just either people from college or people that, you know, I've met through a party or something. But it's never anything like, I don't take it too seriously either. Like, I don't think social media needs to be taken all that seriously. But if it affects your morals directly, if someone's posting something that directly affects you in a way that impacts your life negatively, then yeah, unfollow is definitely like a thing.
I was surprised when you said blocked, because like
Well, there's also certain people that I have to block because they start harassing me on social media. I've been a victim of that too. So it's like, I have to block these people.
Yeah.
Because they keep like trying to like argue certain points. Again, like going back to.
I have a question to bring down the like, because it's a very serious topic, the social media part. But I've noticed a lot of people when blocking, it's like when you break up with someone, a lot of people block the other person.
Yeah, I don't do that.
No. It's something, and I think what's interesting, like Kimberly said, especially the generation now, like blocking is like a big deal.
Yeah.
Like, damn, you blocked me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, if someone blocks me, I mean, I can't. I don't really care. Like,
how do you know when someone blocks?
Because you can't search them up.
Oh, you see,
and
that's
like
the
you
thing.
can't see.
Are you
like,
guys stalkers on Instagram?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm being straightforward.
No, some people just straight up tell me.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they're like, I'm sorry, I blocked you.
What?
What? I'm like,
I've
okay.
never had someone say that.
I've never.
No, I've had. Here's the thing, and you said it too. Our generation, we're very like, you have to be very careful with what you say, because people take it so personal, and it can ruin relationships. And one of the things that I've always, try to be my best on social media, I'm not perfect in it, is not bringing someone down, because you see on your phone, it's just a screen, but there's actually another person behind.
Yeah.
It's a whole person, and a lot of people have committed suicide, gone into depression because of what's going on online. But I do notice that for unblocking, like, it can hurt someone's feelings that bad.
Yeah, I feel like it depends on the person and the maturity of that person. Like for me, at least, I don't think blocking should be something like to to be taken seriously because there's so much people that you can like meet and talk to. Like, I don't think it's gonna be the end.
There are
of-
33 million people in the U.S.
And that's the thing. There's no consequence
So-
when you're on social. Well, there are consequences if you do something bad on social media. But I'm saying that I feel like people block a lot more because let's say like in real life, for example, right, when you're at a party or something and you go interact with someone. And then let's say things don't work out between you and the person. Now it's kind of awkward because now you're at at that same party and you're still seeing that person that you just didn't have a good interaction with. But on social media, when you meet someone just randomly and the conversation goes south, you're like, you know what? I don't want to deal with this anymore. I'm just gonna block this person and go ahead. With
Like
my
you
life.
can easily just like ignore it.
Ignore it.
Yeah.
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 Interesting.
I think. Go ahead.
No, you're fine.
I think you guys all gave like very different, interesting answers.
It's good. I mean, I'd love to hear about different
Yeah,
perspectives.
for sure. I was thinking more like meeting people. So like at least for me, I like more like interaction with like a person to person.
Oh, same.
Instead of like following new people and then DMing them or messaging them, because like I feel like you see a lot when you talk to someone. You can see their facial expressions, their tone of voice, like their movements, their body language.
Absolutely.
I think you can see a lot.
Yeah, we were talking about this earlier too, that it's getting harder and harder to meet people. And even if you're in a
After high school and after college, like if you don't go to a school, it's really
and
hard
even
to
at
meet
school,
people.
I feel like a lot of people. Here's the thing: with social media being like your number one checking all the time, that when you're in a group or in a room full of people, it's hard for people to kind of like get out and be like, "Hey, my name is this."
Right.
And it's one of the things that I feel like it's dying. It's called social media and the actual social life. I feel like it's slowly getting harder because
It's ironic in a way, right?
yeah, it's kind of interesting.
Social media is supposed to bring more people together,
but in
it can
a
also-
real life,
in a way, it can like make
separating
people separate.
people,
Yeah, I've seen that. Like for me, I've sometimes feel shy talking to people, but actually no, never mind. I'm not that shy.
She's like, no,
I feel shy, but once I talk to them, I don't. Like it is what it is.
I'm the same
breaking,
exact way.
breaking the ice is that
Yeah.
little
Yeah.
But
But-
expand on that a little more.
Like
So-
so like when I see them walking by, like
Or like a student,
like a
college.
student, yes. And I know them because like I have classes
Class
with them.
Yeah, okay.
So, like if I see them and they sit in front of me, I know that I need to talk to them because like I know them right from other classes. And personally, for me, I like making new friends, especially as a commuter. Like I don't make friends in dorms, like other people. So that's literally my chance to like make new friends.
Yeah.
And so, I think like the breaking ice is just like finding like a sentence to just talk to them. What?
or what to say. Sorry.
Or what to say. So, but then after that it's just chill. I think, at least for me, to talk. What do you mean?
It's like for me, like I think like I am like how you said you like I am shy, like I feel shy, but I'm not shy. But it just depends like on the scenarios. Like school wise, I don't really like interacting with people. Like at school now, like I've made like 2 friends this whole semester, and that's it. But that's just because we're in a project together. But we became friends because of that.
Yeah.
And then these other people, like I just say hi to them, but I don't like necessarily like talk to them unless like it's about something about the class. That's the only thing. But I don't add them on social media or anything.
Right.
And I feel like it's different. But then like if I just randomly meet someone, like I can like talk to them. Like for me, I feel like it's harder for me to talk to people my age, but it's easier for me to talk to people who are older.
Ooh, I feel the same way. I was talking to you earlier about it. I feel like I'm a 30-year-old and about
Yeah.
a 21-year-old. I had to grow up very fast, so my mindset isn't a lot like. I guess I'm just more developed in the way of like I had to grow up fast. That's my let's start there. So for me, it's generally more interesting to have conversations about like. Other things, and when I talk to my generation, it's a bit sometimes hard to connect, but it's not like impossible. I still enjoy that conversation. It's actually really healthy for me in a way because I can be a 21-year-old and not someone who's worrying about so many things. But I think my ice breaking is just that nervousness of like, do I talk to the person
Or not.
or not?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Like if you say hi, like what if they don't say hi back?
Yeah, exactly. And my icebreaker with people is my smile. If I smile at someone and they smile back at me, I'm like, I got a
really?
chance. Yeah, it's my way. It's like we make eye contact and I give you a slight smile and you smile back. I'm like, okay, great.
And
we
the
can
other
talk.
thing that I want to mention is that now that we're talking about introducing yourself, right, to a stranger or something, a lot of people take it the wrong way sometimes too. Like when you go up to someone, for example, I'm mostly talking like boy and girl. Like if a boy comes up to you after class and asks like you know, like has like an introduces himself and stuff, like part of yourself like thinks like, oh, this person's hitting on me, or this person wants to pursue a relationship with me and doesn't want, and so then some people don't, like, you know, they don't pursue the relationship because they think they're just leading them into like, oh, they're gonna ask me out eventually or something like that. Like it's just weird. It creates this weird dynamic, right? Where some guys that I know who just go up to girls just because they wanted to learn more about
Biology.
math. Right.
Biology.
A lot
We
of
were
times-
talking about this a few weeks ago
Were we?
with your like a situation with that you guys had.
What situation?
What situation?
Yeah, now
No, that you had like with the guy from the gym.
Oh,
That
what if he
just-
watches this?
I know. I was gonna say.
What if he watches this? No,
He doesn't
I think
know
for
we're talking
me,
about it.
for me, this is one of my struggles. Is that being when a guy comes and talks to you, you have to kind of read the room and see if that guy is actually generally wanting to know who you are, or they're trying to get at something else. And usually, I'm very easy at having a conversation. I can be very friendly, but I give the wrong vibes. Like for me, it's I'm being friendly. You know,
Exactly.
they take it as
But people
flirting.
think it's flirting.
yeah.
Yep.
And so this is the thing that I have a struggle with. But again, like I said, if the person is DMing me after and asking me, I'm like, this is not my mood.
yeah.
I'm sorry. Good to know you. But this is not, I'm not.
Good to know you.
Good to know you.
Bye-bye.
And I think also, here's the other thing when you're talking about actually, but then there are other guys that are very nice and they're trying to get to know you. And you try to, it sometimes doesn't work out. But anyways, that's a whole
Also,
other
I
story.
I feel like I have a sixth sense when it comes to this though. When I'm hanging out with my friends and sometimes I see like a guy approach a girl, like we can tell when he's doing it because he likes the girl, or he's doing it because he was trying to.
Is that a
be
guy
friendly.
thing?
It's a guy.
Like a
I
thing.
feel like I have that
It's
sixth
a
sense. Like, I
guy
can
thing.
never
Is it like
tell
the body language or what?
the tone of voice?
Tone of voice.
Tone of voice.
They
You know,
changed
now,
their
though-
tone of voice.
But I feel like nowadays a lot of guys don't. Well, maybe I'm just the bad luck. The people don't do that.
Wait, don't do what?
I feel like guys don't hit up on girls anymore. Like
They
hit up.
do
Is
on
that the right
DMs.
word to
on
be like
social
talk-
media.
On DMs, yeah.
on DMs, but not in person. And I can't do DMs. If you're trying to get at me with a DM, it doesn't work for me. Sorry, that's
have you
like
heard
my
of the
red.
term Riz?
Oh yeah, he has some good riz or something.
I
like that.
recently
Riz.
knew what that term. I never knew what that term meant. I found out what it
What's
meant
Riz?
on
last week.
TikTok.
No,
It's like-
last week I found out. No, my friend.
All
was
right. So
telling me.
what do you know?
What
about
is it?
Kim?
It means like flirting. Like, oh, you got game. That's what it
Game.
means. Yeah, game.
Game.
Like you can just pick up anyone.
Like yeah,
Basically.
like
Like,
be
you're
like,
good at
oh,
picking up
since he got
people.
Riz, that means he can pick up anyone.
Yeah.
I'm
Since he got
single.
Riz.
Yeah.
That's okay. And I like being single.
But it's been a very popular term going around.
Oh, really?
And it's led to a lot of like TikToks of people just like recording themselves like picking up girls and stuff like that.
It's been
yeah.
the word I've heard has been around for like a really long time, right?
I heard it was invented by KSI or Kai Cenat, one of those two YouTubers.
Yeah, but like
Started
a while ago.
started really using
and then,
it or
And then I
something. I
think
don't know.
now it just like
I don't
popped
know
up
the
again.
origins. Yeah. But
Oh. Wait, so you said tone of voice. I'm still curious about that.
Oh.
Like,
She's
I wanna
high
know.
Like, I got someone.
Oh, you got someone.
Which one?
so it's basically like at party situations, I can tell when the guy is just being nice because he has we have a very different, interesting. Yeah, again, the tone of voices, like you'd be like, oh, like it's just some things that just change in the voice. I
I
can't
think
really
you
explain
get it because you're a guy. But if you were
Yeah, I
to
can't
say
really
something,
explain it.
But like, doesn't their voice go high pitch?
I think
You
it all
mean low
depends.
pitch?
I think I get what you're
It
saying.
depends on the guy.
I think he just yeah. Every
Is it
guy's
just because
different,
they're
every girl's is
nervous?
different.
I don't know.
No idea.
It'd be like,
Well,
never
it's
had
kind of because they're doing it. Well, yeah. When a guy comes and approaches a girl, it's either two things, right? They are they gonna ask her out, or like they're interested in her, or they're just trying to be friendly and just trying to make conversation because they're bored or something. I don't know. Could be either two, right? And then for both types of interactions, it's two different tones of voices. And I've just noticed that throughout the years. Like when I've been at parties and stuff, and guys approach a girl, we can tell. Like we can just tell. Like they're going. Yeah. Go spit some Riz or no Riz. You know?
I feel like you have something to say.
I had something to say.
Oh,
but
what
it's
is
okay.
What did you
Then
forget?
say it.
No, I was just saying that I feel like because you're a guy, you know, but if as a girl, we would know
Oh,
something
yeah.
else. But again, it just kind of varies the
Oh, wait.
situation in very different ways.
I think, wait, no, I get what you're saying. Like, oh, wait, I think that's the same thing for girls. Like, I can tell when my friends are like trying to flirt with like a
Yeah,
guy. I think it's
exactly.
the same thing.
yeah,
same thing
'cause
for
you'll,
guys.
You'll see
Yeah.
a girl
Like, or if
oh.
I'm seeing like a random girl, like just trying to talk to a guy, like you can tell. But wait. I can also sometimes tell when a guy's trying to flirt with a girl. Like if I'm seeing it happen.
But when you're witnessing it, sometimes
And
like,
body-
when you're
I mean,
witnessing
right. Body
it, you can
language
see it.
is a
like-
thing.
Yeah, body language.
Body language is
You can
big
see
too.
their body language. You can be like, oh, they like each
I
other.
don't know.
I feel like I
It's
can
kinda-
tell.
I mean, I never really
They
did
get, like,
anything
closer,
in school,
too.
but now that I'm
Yeah, distance is a big thing. Like,
Distance?
How close
how
they are to
close
each
they
other.
get, yeah.
I'm very stable.
Yeah, me too. I need my space. But what was I gonna say?
Do you
I
have
was-
another question?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say something. I feel like you mentioned about like guys approaching or girls approaching guys like just to like make friends. I feel like you shouldn't assume anything until like they say something.
Yeah, that's
You know what I'm
the other
saying?
thing. Yeah, because
Until you
also
know them.
you'll be disappointed too.
Yeah, like at least for me, like I would say like until they say something like about it. If they have feelings, they would have to say it.
Yeah,
You know?
But
Or would you like?
Generation
but
is
then you
kinda
but
hard.
then you
Yeah,
turn
I
into
was
the
gonna
romance
say-
game.
What were you gonna
Play-
say?
Start playing a little game there because it's like, oh, are they flirting with me or not?
Yeah.
You know, turns into a big
I don't
game.
know. I think that love in this generation is a bit complicated, especially when you're young, because I feel like you're trying to find who you are, and
Yeah.
so sometimes that part is a bit. And one thing that I've noticed is like I'm enjoying this time that I'm alone as by myself, being like knowing myself, seeing what I like. I like to meet new people, but I was talking about it earlier that it's getting harder for me to meet people. And one of the goals that I have is meeting new people and just knowing what they do, because every person has something that they're interested in that I am probably not, or most likely I'm not, and that I can learn something from them. For example, I'll give an example, Javier. Javier is into audio stuff, and I have no clue about that right when I came in. And slowly he's been teaching us, and I feel like that's a valuable thing. And so one thing I'm like, oh, I know someone who does that, and you learn. So that's like one thing that I crave in relationships is learning the other person's
like
interests.
skills.
Yeah,
skills,
because
yeah.
I love
That's very
doing
helpful.
that.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But like that's one thing. But not romantic wise, I feel that it's just very. I don't know. I think that area I'm not solid in. But I do have a struggle with guys and talking to me or in that generation.
And one thing I will want to say too, now still on the topic of relationships, is just don't try dating apps. They're not worth it.
Still with your no try dating.
They're not worth it. They're not worth it.
Yeah.
They are not
Dating
worth
apps are just.
it. They're a trap.
I have a question.
It's not.
Yeah,
a
go
date.
ahead.
How dating apps? How early can you be on dating apps?
18.
18.
Yeah.
Okay, so some of
But
you guys
there
cannot be
is
on a dating
there
app.
is big issues though with
There's like
underage.
people-
yeah, underage
people-
going.
people
girls
say-
or
I mean,
boys.
People
just
lie about
Really?
their ages.
Yeah, they lie.
That's interesting.
Which can
Well,
lead
just
to
be
some
careful
not
out
good
there, guys.
interactions. Yeah.
Just be careful,
And
love
don't-
who you are, and just remember that if you're alone, it's okay. It's better to be alone and find the right one than go with different people and then being
Yeah.
hurt.
Or
Yeah.
catfished.
Yeah,
I was about to
exactly.
say catfish
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, that is a scary topic.
Yeah.
She's like,
No, dating apps
I
are
noticed
actually-
you turned away when I asked.
And that's a very interesting way of taking your money because for a lot of guys,
Taking your
they'll-
money?
Yeah, well, you know how so Tinder, for example, has a thing where it'll show you who liked you, but it'll blur it out, and you'll have to pay like $10 to
Oh.
see who liked you. before you, and then you can see like, oh, this person likes me. Okay, so I can swipe right.
Oh,
But if
that's
you don't,
interesting.
but if you don't pay for it, then you just kind of have to keep swiping
Dude,
until you
that's
like.
you business.
Hey.
It's a business. yeah.
Business strategy. Sorry, I can't say the word.
And there's also when you pay on Tinder, there's also an option that makes it so that your profile is more visible to people in your area for like an hour or something. Like it boosts your profile.
That sounds. I don't know. It sounds-
It's
don't
not.
know.
No,
I-
it's horrible.
I'm
It's
a big-
manipulative.
Big in-person person.
Me
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
It needs to be natural, at least for me.
like a natural, like Cinderella thing. I left my shoe.
Oh, that's not natural. Is it?
natural. Yeah, I left my shoe. My shoe just fell off, and I forgot.
Okay. Okay, so why don't we move on to something? What's like something embarrassing that you've done that like you didn't think it was embarrassing until like now that you're older and you look back? I'm like that was embarrassing.
We're not that old though.
I know, but like when you're young,
Or could it be
like
embarrassing stories about friends?
Yeah, sure,
I have a
but-
good amount of those.
okay.
And
Okay.
I've been wanting to share this story for a while.
God, I hope they're not listening.
Go ahead.
I'll start. Okay, so. All right. Here we go.
He's like building up.
I love telling this story. All right, so in Davidson, in middle school,
You're even telling the name of the school.
well, I didn't say Davidson. I won't name any names though.
Okay.
Just the setting is Davidson. Middle
Okay.
School. So in the mornings I had history, and when I was walking into history one day, I would always come in earlier than the bell, right? So I'd be there at like 7:30. I don't remember what time. Middle school started super
Yeah, it would
early.
start early.
Yeah. So I was
yeah,
there
it
like at 7:30, and then I had a friend and this other friend who were both kind of like joke fighting before class, and then the teacher was telling my friend, I'll call this friend Ben, and then I'll call the other friend, I'll call him Jackson. There we go. Ben and Jackson. Okay. So my teacher told Ben, hey, take off your sweater. It's inappropriate or whatever, right? And then Ben was just saying like, no, I'm not going to take it off. You can't take it off of me. And then he was still fighting with my friend Jackson, like play fighting. They were just like roughhousing, you know?
Okay.
And then my friend Johnson was like, nah, dude, you should take it off. So he pulls on his sweater, right? He starts pulling on his sweater like this. And my friend Jackson is right behind like 4 desks or something, right? And then my friend Ben, he snatches it off, and my Jackson still had a grip of his sweater, and he just lets go, and he falls and tumbles on all 4 desks. And then my teacher starts saying, all right, everybody, get out of the class right now. And then we just left, and all we see is the teacher put down the blinds and everything. And then everyone came in. Everyone was just lined outside of the class, and they're like, what happened? What's going on? And they're like, oh, there was an incident. And then my friend who had come late thought he was going to be late, but no, he came on time anyways because there was all these
Sorry.
people outside. So they came in, and then all you see is Ben and Jackson. They're just like, just not even looking at each other. They're just like on separate corners and stuff.
wow.
And it was just super awkward when we got in.
I'm disappointed.
I don't know.
That's not embarrassing.
It was embarrassing for them because they had to. The whole class.
I mean, I don't
was
think it is.
asking,
I don't
what
think.
I
happened
mean,
there?
everyone fights. I don't know.
Or
or play fights. You know what I'm saying?
What's your funny?
But that-
I don't think that's embarrassing. That's not embarrassing.
I am.
You guys don't
I
have
don't
an
know.
embarrassing story?
I mean, I gotta like think about it. That's why. So then, I was like I was paying attention. So the only like really embarrassing thing is like when I like a trip. Yeah, like when I trip.
Oh, you just randomly trip?
Yeah,
I mean,
like just randomly trip.
it happens.
Randomly tripped.
Yeah, like I always randomly trip.
There was one time where I tripped and my legs just scraped and it was bleeding. I didn't even notice. I was just walking back to my friends and they were so scared. They were like, Annalie, your leg. I'm like, what? And then I look and it's bleeding. I'm just like, oh.
Wow.
But that wasn't embarrassing for me.
See, it's hard to think of these embarrassing stories, eh?
No, I have an embarrassing one.
Okay, let's hear it.
Say it.
Okay, so me, or do you want to
No,
go?
I'm thinking. Go ahead.
Okay,
You wanna
so-
please go.
Me and my friends. Okay, I used to get bullied, but like I would also like be mean to my friends too. But we would be bullying each other in middle school, and so
Let's go.
elementary school. Yeah. So
Oh,
did I say middle school?
you said
Yeah.
middle school.
Oh, it was elementary school.
Oh, okay.
So we one of them started setting it up like that. You have to do certain dares to be in this club. So, so we would do like a lot of different dares, and it was like weird, disgusting dares, like picking up a worm or something like that. And
No,
wait,
what-
wait, just wait. And then there was one time, okay, it rained, right? And there was like, we were in the soccer field, and there's like a big puddle next to like the soccer field, and they were daring everyone to jump into the puddle, and no one wanted to jump, and I jumped. And then I was wearing my rain boots, and then my socks got all like soaking wet with my shoes, right? Mm-hmm. I had to go back to class. This was in lunch, and I had to go back in class, and I had to take off my shoes, and I was walking with wet socks in classroom. Everyone had to like ask like what happened. I'm just like, I just
Good
jumped
there.
the
That's
puddle.
not embarrassing.
That's not embarrassing to you?
I don't think I have any. Well, mine is
It's hard.
Mine is a bit embarrassing, but kind of. But here's why.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if it's embarrassing, but okay. When I was in elementary school, I used to live in Terra Linda, and we used to live in apartment buildings.
Right.
There was this guy who lived in the same apartment building who was our friend basically, and he was a bit older than I was, but this guy had a crush on me, like big time crush, and he was Brazilian. And every time his mother would tell him, "Hey, it's you can come in now. It's late, like 5, 6," and he'll like scream out of his lungs, like 5 minutes, Mom. But he would always say 5 minutes. But he always had this like crush on me, and eventually over time, like I kind of liked him. He was cute in my head, and now I know that I have a thing for guys who have curly hair. But he had curly hair, and we were always playing around. He always was very protective, and like I like her and stuff. But the reason why I say embarrassing, because we were having so much fun outside of my front little area, and he is always teasing me, like every single time would tease me, and he was trying to throw water at me with I think it was with a water gun, and so I didn't want him to get me, and so what I ended up doing was there was a cup in our little area and our table, and he was coming straight towards me, and so in mine we were like kind of flirting in a way, but we were kids, right? So it's not a big deal. And I lifted the cup trying to there was water in the cup, and I tried to get him wet, and I lifted the cup, and I don't know how, but he came and somehow I hit his eyebrow, and you just saw like blood everywhere. And he was bleeding, and he was like, he was like, ow, blah, 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 right? He went home. I went inside thinking, man, that's,
That's it. Yeah, that one wins the story.
And next thing you know, my dad goes outside, and you just hear this lady screaming in Portuguese, like, "Bah!" And I come outside, and I just see him like this, and he's like, his mom is yelling at my dad and explaining. Eventually, he went to the ER. He got stitches, but it wasn't a glass cup; it was a plastic cup. I don't know the story, but basically, here's the thing: him and I, throughout middle school, throughout high school, we would always, have a thing. He ended up having a girlfriend, ended up dating a friend of mine. Totally fine. We never ended up being together, but he was a guy that him and I, as little kids, we always had a thing for each other. But I was little. I wasn't thinking of dating during that time.
Right.
So now he has a scar where, those people even do those where
Yeah.
he has a scar, and it's like, I always say this, he has something from me that I did to him. Wow. But every time he'll bring, like, if I haven't seen him in years, but he spoke to my brother and said, I still got the scar your sister gave me. But it was really embarrassing because like I had a crush on him, and then his mom came and yelled at my dad, and my dad doesn't understand Portuguese. He's like, what am I supposed to do?
Well, that's a great story to end things out on.
I think that was the
we
best
have
one.
about
I don't know. I haven't seen him for
30
years
seconds.
though.
So thank you all for watching
Yeah.
That
and
was
happy
so-
Thanksgiving.
That was so quick.
I
You know, we didn't even get to your story.
Yeah, we'll have to hear it next time. But we hope you enjoyed today's show. We did something a little different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, happy Thanksgiving, everyone, and stay safe.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Take care.